Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Whoop! Jimmy with Jimmy's Jeepstead here. So I've already recorded this video once. I'm having operator error with my GoPro, so let's try this again. Let's walk outside. I'm gonna show you a walkthrough and kind of a tutorial of the new crawler hauler, so let's go. Okay, so here we are. It's completely opened up. This is our crawler hauler build on a 20-foot gooseneck trailer. Camper was free. The trailer we have a little under $1,000 in. So this is what we've done. So we got a jack here, a jack over there. Those are stabilizer jacks. We have a plywood wall here. I installed a door here, and come over here, we got another door there. So when everything's closed up, this is our swing out porch that comes down. So the legs right here are metal. They fold up against the bottom, and then the whole thing folds this way. We got it set up where we can lock it here and here. Over there it has an interior door lock, so you can't get inside of it on that side unless it's unlocked. This is all of our gear: generator, toolbox, extra tools, extra parts, tables. Our kitchen is in the green bag, Coleman outdoor kitchen with a sink. We have our refrigerator. Let me show you inside. So I have RV steps. They are mounted on a slide system with angle iron and a 3-inch piece of C-channel. Everything's rusty. It hasn't been painted yet. We just finished this thing on Thursday night, and Friday morning we loaded up and went to Windrock Park in Tennessee for the maiden voyage. So this is the camper. We have high mount brake lights on the back of the camper, well, front door section of the camper, but this is where the Jeep would actually sit. We've mounted ramps that fold down. They stay with it. They're 100 pounds a piece, so yeah, I'm not gonna have to lug those things around everywhere. So it was easier just to go ahead and mount them to where they fold down. And RV steps fold up. The bottom folds to the third and bottom fold to the second, and then all of them curl up and they go inside the cage made for the steps. So I made metal legs. I found these little thumb screws here. I don't know where I found them. They were in my bolt bin in the garage. So I utilized them because the legs fold up and they needed something to secure them. We're gonna put gas shocks on the porch itself to help us flip it out. It's pretty heavy. I'd say it probably weighs probably 80 pounds to 100 pounds roughly by itself. So let's go inside. I'll show you what it looks like now that we've done most of the renovation work. I got to finish the door. The door actually needs to come off and be rebuilt. It's got a lot of rotten wood in the bottom, but it keeps us dry. So I got my little doormat. It's muggy in here. The only thing that we haven't changed out yet is this tabletop. It's going to be replaced with a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, no holes. We didn't get a kitchen sink or a stove with the camper. It was already missing, so we're just going to do without it. I've got everything for outside cooking. I have extended legs for that awning. They go down and they actually sit in between the 2 tires on the trailer, stand up. I've got the extended legs and everything. It puts it right at the same height that it should have been when the camper was being used as a normal camper. We replaced the cushion covers. The cushions are still in there with the old 1970s, 80s looking cushion tops. But this is a chair cover made for dining room table chairs. They fit perfect on the dinette. And then the bottom, I believe my wife said those are crib sheets. And these are jersey sheets on the mattresses. We washed all the mattress covers for the beds because they were just nasty. But this side doesn't have the padding. Let's go over here, I'll show you. So we went to 5 and below and picked up that padding. It's gymnasium foam flooring for like home gyms, and that works really well. We're going to change the mattress to at least a 4-inch memory foam top mattress, because those things are absolutely horrible. Sleeping on them for the weekend we managed, but they're definitely not comfortable. So anyways, I don't know if y'all remember me talking about it before in the last video, but I got this camper for free. When I got it, the canvas here was held up by about 2 or 3 drywall screws just to get it up out of the floor. I've got it secure. I got to do a little bit of adjustment. This has got to drop down about 2 inches so that the canvas there will Velcro. So that's going to be today's agenda. But I've got metal trimming to go around the tops. I had to build the roof bows. I had to buy the bracketry down there where the bar fits in. Those new brackets, those were missing. Little things, but all this little stuff has added up to around $500 in materials. We built these roof braces because the roof was sagged. Now the roof sits up in place. I got to do some adjustments because for whatever reason that has moved since we traveled home from Tennessee. These roof lights, we mounted all them. We have them all wired in place. We have staples holding the wiring up, and then those will, I gotta put one more staple there to hold that up. We're going to staple that in place, and then we're going to use this stuff called Chemlite. It's a fiberglass 4x8 sheet, really thin. It's used for bathrooms, and it's going to go between the roof braces and the insulation. That way you won't see all this mess. I didn't do this, somebody else did this, and it looks really jacked up, but it stayed really warm in here. So I'm going to keep the insulation in the roof and just put the paneling, that Chemlite paneling, we're going to put it up in place and let it have an insulated roof. We're going to do a valance here all the way around the camper, and then we have curtain rods, the tension rods like shower curtains. They actually sit here and go all the way over to the other rod, and we put curtains to cover the window and the door, and then this big window here. It makes it really dark. You can't see anything inside the camper from outside at night. All the lights are way more than what we need, but we've got a double light here, and we have 2 singles, one on each end, and that's plenty of light for everything we need. These roof bows are just sitting in those holders right there, and that was just to keep the roof extended out. I may figure out a different bracket or something to go here later, but they hold the roof up. The roofs don't fall, they work. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of. This thing was far from being fixed, but I replaced all the flooring on Thursday night right before we left. We painted the counters, all the cabinets with a gray slate spray paint on Wednesday. Painted it Wednesday, put the flooring down Thursday, left Friday morning. Still have a lot of work to do, but it's very usable. And for the amount of money I've got in this build, I can't complain. Like, I'm ecstatic. I want to go camping this weekend. Go take a trip somewhere, just me and the kids and the wife, overnight, just to use it again without the Jeep. But we'll have to see how things plan out. But the porch works really well. You see I'm standing on it. You see the circles. That's where my spare tire, it actually mounts to the front of the wall when it's closed down right now. But I'm going to deck the, let's see if we can see it from out here. So that A-frame right here, I'm going to put a piece of plywood up there and throw the spare tire for the Jeep and the trailer spare up on the nose and just let it stay up there, because they're just spares. If the Jeep has a tire issue, we'll have a spare for it. If the trailer has a spare or an issue, we'll have a spare for that. But yeah, this is it. This is our budget build crawler hauler. We got 4x6s. This trailer is 6.5 feet. I really wish it was 7, but the opportunity came up to grab this trailer, so I went ahead and got it. It holds the Jeep fine. Eventually we'll probably extend out there from the tires back to the taillight bracket and just widen it, give it a little bit wider platform on both sides all the way to the front. The Jeep tires come all the way to here, and they sit right here and they stop. When the Jeep is loaded, the Jeep Stinger, I can fit my finger in between that trim right there. But other than that, when it comes to there, it stops. And then the new fold down ramps fold flat up against the back of the Jeep and they lock in place. I'll put some pictures up. We took a video of us exiting the driveway on Friday morning loaded to go to Windrock, and when we got there and got set up, we forgot the GoPro. We left the GoPro in the camper, and we were about 5 miles into the trails on Saturday morning before we realized it. So it just kind of is what it is. I took a couple of pictures. We didn't have a lot of time to take pictures though, because we were on the road non-stop. I'm gonna open this little tripod up real quick and tilt you a little bit. But yeah, we were on the road on the trails at Windrock. We run green trails from camp all the way to the top of the flats, and it took all day. We left at about 9:30 in the morning, took our time, really bumpy terrain. We had 6 Jeeps with us. We ended up finishing with 4, but the trip was awesome. I'll definitely be going back to Windrock again. The stay in the camper was cool. We enjoyed that. We enjoyed the park. The park was really clean. The bathroom houses were clean. We got the best spot that I could see ever having in the whole park, really. We were the first 3 spots from the street at the island area. If you're familiar with Windrock, the island overflow campground for RVs, we were the first 3 spots right in front of the bathhouse. So we had to walk, I don't know, 50 yards to the bathroom house, and we were there. I'm trying to figure out a shower option on this camper to do a outdoor shower, self-contained, with a propane hot water heater system. And we already have a 5-gallon bucket toilet conversion for overnight emergency bathroom breaks, so that we don't have to get up and go out. We have that taken care of. We're trying to get set up where we're self-contained, and if we don't have a power option, we have generators. We got 4,000 watts of power with 2 of the Predator 2000s. Here, I'll show you. Let's step down here. Ugh, see if I don't break my neck. I used 2 of these Predator generators. I've got 2 of them and a parallel link. Tie them together. We run a huge space heater, a small space heater, the refrigerator, all of our lights off of both of my generators. That being said, they will eat through some gas. So we're gonna do like a 5 or a 7 gallon upgraded tank above these, where it'll kind of be like, I call it an IV drip. It'll feed into these tanks, where these tanks won't run out for hopefully about 18 to 20 hours. That's the goal. Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to refuel because you're cold and freezing is not fun. Excuse me. So anyways, that's my RV setup, pop-up camper setup on the top of my gooseneck. We set this up intentionally where it only covers that first 12 inches of the gooseneck, so that we have this section for storage and we have this for storage. And eventually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another wall on the back side of this all the way across. And then if people wanted to have a place to stay, you can throw a queen air mattress in there and just let it blow up against the walls. You can stay with us. Throw you a heater in there or whatever you got to do to stay warm, and you could sleep off the ground. I think that's pretty cool. I call it my basement or basement apartment to the camper. How many people got a camper with a basement? Guess what? We do. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I wanted to bring you a short video again, show you what's going on, let you know we're still out here doing it. It's just been busy. I've been working on this camper for 2 months now, 7-8 weeks, trying to get everything in order to go to Windrock, and it was a success. So now we're going to keep working on it, get it a little bit nicer, get it a little bit cleaner, and then we'll do some family weekend trips without the Jeep, some with the Jeep, and live life outdoors. So anyways, I'll show you the video of us leaving that I spoke about a little while ago. I'll show you that, or no, dang, you know what, I think I deleted that video. Anyways, I got some pictures on my phone of the whole setup. Us stopped at rest stop on the way to Windrock, loaded, and a couple other videos before we left. So I'll post a couple clips at the end of this so y'all can kind of get an idea of what went on. But until next time, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell to get all our notifications, and we'll catch you on the next one.